Greg Powers, Dave Campbell's Texas Football, and I'm joined by Texas High School Football insider Matt Stepp. And I say, look, we're in the meat and potatoes portion of the Texas High School Football State Championships here at AT&T Stadium. Just watched the 4A D2 game here between Carthage and Waco, La Vega. 28-14. I had to look at the score because La Vega kicked in a late touchdown.
Scored in the last play of the game, yeah.
A game I thought that was dominated in the trenches by Carthage, especially on the defensive front, where they had a trio of defensive linemen who were really making plays all game long. There were some guys who won some honors and stuff, but I'm giving my honors right now to the Carthage defensive front.
Yeah, Allison Hodges and number 54, I can't remember his name now, but all of them.
Morrow.
Yeah, unbelievable. Those three really controlled a Waco La Vega offense that scored 62 points last week. Carthage's defense was the story. And they set a record for most sacks. They had, I think, a dozen tackles for loss. And La Vega just couldn't get anything going on offense. And even though Carthage's offense had their own set of struggles today, their defense was up to the task. They played great football the entire game and really dominated. So you got to give your hats off to the Carthage defense. They were the star of the show today.
Hodges is going to Air Force, but I think Morrow and Allison are still available. So if you're looking for a good defensive tackle in the class of 2025, Carthage has got a pair of sleepers there. One thing that Carthage didn't struggle to do, and that's run the football. In 2026, top prospect KJ Edwards, who has offers from coast to coast, balled out, won the offensive MVP.
Yeah, he was the guy that really stirred the Carthage offense. Surratt had a couple of touchdowns in the second half to kind of put things away, but in the first half, it was KJ Edwards that the stretch play worked to perfection, a 21-yard touchdown run, then that 86-yard touchdown run where he breaks out of a pile, makes a spin move, shows off that sprinter speed, outrunning two really fast La Vega DBs to the end zone for the score. He showed why he's an elite prospect in the class of 2026 with that ability. He's got game-breaking ability, and he showed it today. 10
championships now for Scott Surratt. Why don't you kind of put it into perspective for us, what that means in the grand scheme of Texas high school football history?
There's no Texas high school football coach that's had the kind of state championship record of Scott Surratt. He's got the best record. He's 10-0 in state championship games.
That's so impressive.
It's unbelievable. He's got 10 state championships, 8 playoff losses, and just been an unbelievable just a dynasty that he's built there in East Texas and Panola County. And, they might be up for number 11 next year because they bring a lot back. You got to replace those guys in the D-line, but you bring back Jet Surratt, you bring back KJ Edwards, you bring back Junior Henderson at wide receiver. Great building blocks. You know Carthage is going to have dudes that can make plays. This is a dynasty, and we're in the middle of it. We're still in it, and Carthage is going to be here to stay.
Yeah, and they're coming back. I think it's got to be something special for him winning one, coaching his son this year. He threw 2 touchdown passes. Jet threw 2 touchdown passes in the second half, finding Junior Henderson, who's another impressive 2026 prospect. But I think after last year's loss that this one's got to taste really sweet, especially in the Surratt family household tonight.
100%. And, Carthage's got a lot of guys that are, like you said, coming back. I mean, and Surratt's one of them. And he runs that offense. He grew up in the field house. He knows the offense like the back of his hand. He's the quarterback of the offense. The quarterback of the defense, I think, is a guy who had a great game. Number 12, Carson Crawford. Man, that guy, he's got that dog in him, folks.
He is.
He has got that dog in him. He lined up at corner, linebacker. He had a great catch on offense. He played some fullback, tight end. There's nothing that guy can't do. He was unbelievable for Carthage. He didn't win the defensive MVP, but he was definitely the leader of that defense. He had a huge game.
That was me acknowledging him.
There you go.
Acknowledging him.
Acknowledge him. Yeah, Carson Crawford was unbelievable.
Dude, DeQuevis back won the defensive MVP.
He's a great player as well.
Played a great game as well, but again,
the press box fell in love with Carson Crawford for sure.
Credit to that Carthage defensive front who kept that stuff clean for those guys who were just making booming hits.
Yeah, you got that dog in you, Carson. Congrats.
Hey, we're going to wrap this up and just give a shout out to Waco La Vega. What a tremendous season. They surprised a lot of people in the playoffs, and Coach Hyde has a team that's always super competitive.
And they got a lot of guys back. Courtney Parr, their quarterback's just a sophomore. Got to replace Bryson Rowland, a 4-year starter at running back. They got a lot of guys over there in Belmead and North Waco that can make plays. Don Hyde is a heck of a football coach. They had a great year and had a great game plan. Nobody gives the Carthage defense a lot of trouble, the Carthage offense a lot of trouble. La Vega gave them some trouble tonight. Congrats to them. What a great season. Just came up a little bit short, but they'll be back.
For Matt Stepp, I'm Greg Powers. Keep it locked right here on Dave Campbell's Texas Football, TexasFootball.com for all the breakdowns on the state championship games here at AT&T Stadium in 2024.
Texas coaches, Coach Brackle here from First Down Playbook. After 25 years as a Texas high school football coach, I understand the time, energy, and commitment it takes to compete at your level. First Down Playbook was created by coaches for coaches to help you vertically line your total program. 1 week free team membership for all Texas high school and college coaches. Let First Down Playbook help give you that winning edge.